EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Crescent City of New Orleans and the Caesars Superdome, the home of the Saints. Cameron Dicker has the ball teed up as we get underway. And off we go from the Superdome. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. And a nice run to start out. 6 yards on the first play of the game. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes. So give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short. And that is incomplete.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast. And tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
Quarterback's having a hard time establishing any sort of rhythm here early against this defense. He fails to connect on the 1st down pass. Give him another opportunity through the air on 2nd, and it gets even worse. They can't protect the quarterback, and they can't get him some easy completions. It just makes everything for this play caller that much more difficult.
So now the Saints will use the first of their 3 timeouts. So backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Jones motioning here. Throwing now on 3rd and long. Look wide. Get this one complete.
That's just one of those drives that was out of whack from the start, Mike. They just couldn't get anything going on the early downs, and they'll most likely punt the ball away and hope their defense can do the same thing and get them the ball back.
The Falcons send their punting unit out. This brought in out past the 20. Ah, that could have broken for a bigger return, but as it is, nice job getting his offense a start out past the 30-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You've got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Now they'll set up to throw. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. Oh, he's going nowhere. Knocked down hard in the backfield.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Here comes 3rd and 6. He'll drop to throw. That one caught by Smith. He's going to have the 1st down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9. They'll look to throw. He finds Likely, his tight end. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
To the air now on 1st and 10. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. They'll look to throw yet again. The coverage too strong that time. The ball batted away and incomplete.
Well, that's 2 straight plays now where this secondary has won their matchup, and right now the offense needs to find some plays that just call for easy completions. Get your wide receivers in space. Allow them to run after the catch, because right now these downfield passes, the defense is all over.
And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line.
That's good for the Saints. First and goal, 1-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. That'll be intercepted. And the Falcons are going to take possession at their own 3-yard line.
So you find yourself entering the red zone. Mike, it's hard to not start envisioning scoring a touchdown. Well, that interception, it changes everything. This is a huge missed opportunity. You have to capitalize and find a way to hang 6 on the defense.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. This to the right side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
An incompletion there isn't ideal by any means, Mike, but I think that's one of those passes where he made sure that ball was either ended up in his guy's hands or out of bounds.
He'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Tight end going in motion here. From down near his goal line, he'll look to throw. And a good gain. He's going to be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
First rule of backed-up offense. Get the first down. The last thing you want to do, punt the ball back and give your opponent a short field. Mission accomplished. Now, can they maintain possession long enough to see if they can cap this drive off with some points?
A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. He'll go left side here and complete this one. And they're going to get this all the way up close to the 40-yard line. Back to the air one more time. Connected with the tight end. That's bad.
Really nice job there defensively, playing the integrity of that zone defense so well. Anytime an offense is running these crossing routes or these underneath drag routes, they're trying to cause confusion with the underneath zone defenders. In this case, they all stuck to their reads, they all played their responsibilities, and they're not able to pick up any additional yards after the catch.
Back to throw. And is open, middle of the field. It is caught. And he will score. Touchdown Falcons. That's the 5th touchdown for him on the year.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their 2nd possession.
After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. To the tight end, likely. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Open man, it's Davis downfield. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield, perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. That's to the left side and taken in by Smith. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Falcons' 23-yard line.
A toss, left side, caught by his running back. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
He stopped at the 11, but that is enough. A 1st down picked up as they are getting close.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
And it'll be taken down after a gain of 9, and 3rd down coming up.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 1.
Throwing now from the gun. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
Doesn't get much better than that. Had he gotten there just a little bit earlier, he probably draws the flag a little late, and it's probably a touchdown.
They can still pick up a 1st down here, and they'll line up to go for it on 4th down. Dotson, the man in motion. They'll try to run. Good blocking, and he's in. Touchdown, Saints. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
This will be returned from the 6. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll run it for the 1st time with Bijan Robinson. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down. He'll look to throw. He fires downfield for Pitts. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Trying to get it to Kyle Pitts. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. That's over the middle, and now he loses the football.
These are the opportunities that just kill defensive coordinators. You got the ball loose. You did everything you want. But now you got to recover it. You need better pursuit to the ball, more bodies around the ball carrier. Because when that ball pops out, you've got to be on it. These opportunities don't come around often. And when they do, you got to seize the moment.
Out of the gun, he'll throw. There's Kyle Pitts with the grab. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that any time a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
Throwing now on 1st and 10. Throwing downfield, right side, and it's caught. The first-round pick looking right at home in this offense. It's a first down.
Mike, you've heard me say it 1,000 times. The easiest down to throw the ball in the NFL is first down. I hate when teams wait till later in the possession to throw the ball. So early first down completion, you're on the plus side of the field. Now you're thinking strike. Touchdown, field goal, but either way, I'm coming away with points.
To the right side here, pass is caught. And he's going to be taken down. So it took just 3 plays, but just like that, they have 1st and goal. Jones motioning here. Now they'll set up to throw. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. And the Saints are going to take possession here as they get it at their own 4.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
Thrown left side, the catch is made. And he's going to give him some breathing room past the 15-yard line. He'll look to throw here on 1st down. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up 2nd down.
I know it fell for an incompletion, but pretty impressive. He was able to push that ball really far downfield as he was being hit. Really says a lot about the arm strength that this quarterback has.
Back to the air once more on 2nd down. That's over the middle and intercepted. And he's going to give a short field to his offense here as they try to break the top.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again.
And he'll get this inside the 20, a nice run. They're in the red zone. It's first down.
I think at this point, Mike, he doesn't care whether they hand it to him, throw it to him. He just wants to be the guy with the ball in his hand when his team needs a big play, and he came through there with a big first.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. A throw on the move is caught. And the Falcons have got a first and goal. He's out of bounds at the 4-yard line. A first down on a gain of 11. From the 4-yard line, trying to punch it in. First down and goal. They'll run with Robinson. Trying to create some space, but will not find much. He'll get a yard. They'll mark it at the 3. Now a timeout, Atlanta. That's their first, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in half number 1. Second and goal. One more time, it's Robinson. That one only good for a gain of 1 to the 2 to set up third and goal. They'll try to run with Robinson. And he is not going to get in. They make the tackle at the line of scrimmage. That's going to bring up fourth and goal. Now whistlers. Timeout. 3 seconds left in this first half. Well, a field goal would break the tie, but instead the offense stays out there. They're going to go for it on fourth and goal. He'll drop to throw. That's in the end zone and intercepted. Picked off by C.J. Gardner-Johnson. So, one touchdown apiece for our two teams. 7-7 on the board here at the break. As we'll head over to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He has the EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach. Thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. A touchdown apiece. 7-7 the score as we begin half number 2. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in that landing zone, the ball only comes out to the 20-yard line. The drive begins at the 20. Here's first and 10. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. He'll gain 3 out of this, up to the 23. They face second down and 7. They'll look to throw. And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. And he's going to give a short field to his offense here as they try to break the tie.
You know, Mike, I like the early aggressive play call to start this second half. I think anytime you find yourself in a tie ball game, you want to be the team that strikes next. In this case, it backfires. They have the turnover. Now it's their defense that's taking the field, and they're going to have to come up with a stop and keep this game all squared up.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Even though it doesn't result in a sack, when you dial up the right pressure at the right time, Mike, sometimes that's all it takes to lead to that incompletion. The timing is just a little off between the quarterback and his intended target. The ball falls incomplete.
And he will take this down, close to a 1st down. Pickup of 9. They've got him a yard short of the sticks. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. They'll throw out of the gun. He's got his man right side. It's complete. And it looks like he's going to have a 1st down. Nothing fancy there. Short completion, but it yields a fresh set of downs.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
It's 2nd and inches.
To the end zone, it's intercepted. Picked off by Joshua Williams. And the Falcons force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 10.
All right, Mike, file this play away. If they're able to hold on and pull this game out, we're going to look back on this as the pivotal moment of this game. Oftentimes, it takes that one big moment to sway the outcome of a game, and no bigger play than a pick deep inside your own red zone.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space.
Trying to get away, but he will not. They finally run him down.
So after picking up some positive yardage on 1st down, they end up going backwards on 2nd. That sack now brings up 3rd and long, and most of the time is a very pass-happy situation, makes them very one-dimensional.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. He fires downfield for Pitts. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, like living in these 3rd and long situations. Must pass is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
The Falcons getting their punter out there, as he'll have to hit it from his own end zone. This will be returned from just beyond midfield. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there.
At the 47-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll go underneath here, the running back out of the backfield. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
First down at the 24-yard line.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll bring it inside the red zone. Finding space. Gain of 7. Inside the 20. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. He'll carry that ball loosely, and it is out. It's picked up by one of his teammates.
Now, obviously, there's never a good time to fumble the ball. It's probably the thing that teams stress the most is ball security. But it makes it a little bit easier knowing that your own team was able to fall on top of it, and at least you can maintain possession.
3rd down, 3 to go. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
So they failed to connect on another throw, and it's really been the story for both of these teams throughout this ballgame. I mean, neither offense can get anything going, and when you look at the scoreboard, it certainly reflects that.
That one on target to Davis. He's got it. Still get a 1st down at the 1. 1st and 10. They go from the 11.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Back to throw. New Orleans.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. 2 guys clearly on the same page. The quarterback expected his target to be at a certain place at a certain time. He's there. Ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
This taken at the 5. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. That's out quickly, and it is caught. And he's going to be taken down at the 37.
Well, sometimes as a play caller, it's pretty easy. Get the ball into the hands of your best players. In this case, a wide receiver screen. Get it to him quick, get some blockers out in front, let him do the rest after the catch, and he picks up the 1st down.
A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. This one complete right side. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot.
In trouble. Down he goes.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
On the ground, it's Robinson. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
So, 3 quarters have come and gone.
With the score
Back with more.
14. Falcons 7.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we'll see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump, and they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team finds themselves with the lead here late in this ballgame.
Throwing now on 3rd and long. Oh, for the 5th time, he is intercepted. Picked off by C.J. Gardner-Johnson.
This is something we see so often out of these young quarterbacks, Mike, is their inability to manipulate the defense. They kind of telegraph where they're going to go with the ball, with their eyes. And I'd love to see him the next time when he gets to the top of his drop. Look off the safety. Hold some of the underneath defenders from where you ultimately know you want to go with the ball. A lot of that just comes with experience, and sometimes you got to gain that experience the hard way.
He finds Jahan Dotson. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 39-yard line.
He's going to air this one out. That is brought in. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Touchdown, Saints. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the 4th quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the 4th quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
So now, after the touchdown, Pinheiro out to kick it away. A return now from the 4. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. And he'll get about 4 to the 29. Here's a 2nd and 6. He'll air it out down the middle. That's caught. And he's going to take this one all the way. 71 yards. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kicker now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Falcons draw closer here. It's 21-14. So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a one-score game as they kick it away. The return starts from the 5. Now, on the return, he has lost the football. Special teams has come up with the recovery. And when we talk about momentum and trying to stop negative momentum, it's moments like this. Not only did you just give up the big score, but now, Greg, they've got to get that defense back on the field after the fumble. Yeah, and on one sideline, you're riding high. I mean, the last two plays could not have gone any better. And then on the other side, and they are not going to catch him. He's in. Bijan Robinson. Touchdown, Atlanta. The kick is good, and that will tie this game here in the fourth quarter. All even. Fourth quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time?
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's 2nd and 6. This one's going to be taken in over the middle. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Throwing now from the gun. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down. They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack. And he's not going to get the first down. Met and brought down in the backfield on 3rd and short. They do not get it done. He'll look to throw. Coming open, that's the tight end likely. And he will get into the end zone. Isaiah Likely. Touchdown, New Orleans. That's a 2-touchdown game for numbers 7 and 8 for the season. Extra point by Pinheiro is good. The Saints go up by 7, 28-21. So the lead is 7 now. Here in this fourth quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. From the 6, here comes a return. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there.
At their own 25-yard line.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. He's going to take a shot down the field. And more of the same. Another interception. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Well, Mike, this is entering the wrong kind of rarefied air. I mean, as in, it's only happened a handful of times since the turn of the millennium rare. It's an entire season's worth of picks thrown in just one game. I think at this point, you junk the playbook, you light it on fire, and we're just going to start from scratch next week.
From the gun, here's a handoff. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
At this stage in the fourth quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. That's into the hands of the fullback. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Touchdown, Saints. That is yet another touchdown pass. What a game he is having, throwing his fourth touchdown score of the game.
It's one thing, Mike, to throw 4 touchdowns, but it's really the ease in which he's carved this defense up that has stood out the most. The defense has had no answers for this passing game, and he has just completely had his way with this group.
This will be returned from the 6.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
This is first and 10. Out of the gun, he'll throw. Now here's another ball that's intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
To the ground, a first down run. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down. So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. 2nd and 7. They'll drop to throw. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. He's going to have a first down. He's forced out. Nice pickup of 9. Now they'll set up to throw. He'll go right and find his running back. And he'll be taken down.
And another great throw. And I'll tell you what, Mike, so far today, this certainly does not look like a rookie quarterback. I mean, he is in complete control of this offense.
Here's a chance to put this game away. First down and goal. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. And the tackle is made at about the 6.
What an advantage it brings a defense when you have cornerbacks that are such willing tacklers. It just brings an extra element to the ability to defend the entire field. And this is a great example here why.
Back to the air one more time. And he kept that play alive as long as he could, but the rush eventually gets to him and takes him down.
Up until this point, this pass rush has been pretty non-existent, so a pretty good time in the game to get their first sack. They're trying to get off the field and give the ball back to their offense and see if they can pull off this comeback.
Good job so far by the defense protecting the short field. Now it's 3rd and goal. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
Teams practice these situations all week long, Mike. Down here in the tight red zone, you find yourself inside the 10-yard line. You're thinking, we've got to come away with a touchdown. Well, after that 3rd down incomplete, it's going to be real interesting to see how they approach this 4th down after failing on 3rd.
The offense will stay out there, but they've got some yards to pick up. 4th down and goal. He'll drop to throw. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. And he continues to remain on fire. That is a rare NFL day. 5 touchdown passes thrown.
And Mike, at this point, the defense just looks completely lost out there. I mean, they have no answers whatsoever, giving up the 5th touchdown pass of this ball game.
Makes the score Saints 42, Falcons 21.
Down to the final few seconds of this one as the kick is away. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down there, and that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired.